I look at you as someone who's slayed the dragon, because business is one of the toughest things, right? That you can overcome. It's this mental frustration, even though it's really simple to you. You formulate it into your business chassis, right? So I'm curious about the frustration part of it, the mindset behind a successful entrepreneur. What is your routine, or how do you overcome those type of things when you're going through a challenge like today?
Yeah, see, it's very different today. I mean, look, in days when I actually worked and ran businesses and ran my companies, it was different. Today, there's 9 companies. Before COVID, I worked my usual 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 till 3.
You're working still? Wow, incredible.
Yeah. I still coach all of my CEOs of my companies.
Mm-hmm.
So all the CEOs are the people I coach. I don't coach any clients, because now ActionCoach has more than 1,000 offices around the world in just under 80 countries. And so, we sit, I don't do that stuff anymore, but I work with my CEOs and I coach them and make sure. And some of them I coach weekly, but most of them I coach once a month. And then on the other day of the week, I do interviews. I do podcasts or webinars or that sort of thing. Because I used to go out and travel the world and do free seminars and do all that sort of stuff. And now I don't need to do that anymore. Now I can work from my desk here at home, and hey presto. And this way people are saying, oh, how are you adjusting to working from home? I always have. I've never had to adjust. It's a thing that I've done forever. So, but yeah, ultimately the goal of any business is to build a business that works so you don't have to. That's the ultimate goal. The goal is to build a saleable asset. And that's why we teach how to build a commercial profitable enterprise that works without you. If you have to go to work, you work for a crazy person. And that's the gradualness of business. That took me quite a while to learn that, but nowadays I see because this is the greatest thing about business. Your knowledge is always going to be there. Whatever you learn, if you learn sales in one business, you still understand sales. It doesn't matter what company you're in, you still got the idea of sales.
It's transferable.
Marketing, once you learn marketing, it's for every business. Once you learn management, leadership, systemization, those skills are applicable to any business out there. In the beginning, I used to buy broken companies and fix them. And nowadays what I do is I find great little companies that are in like one city, and I spread them across the world or across the state or across the country. It's sort of, I feel like that movie about Ray Kroc was also about me. It's what I do. It's, build them and spread them across the world.
You're so passionate about building businesses, and you formulated the system in how to franchise things. I think I saw you interviewing, you're being interviewed by Grant Cardone, and you're teaching him how to, franchise his 10X.
As I would say to Grant, if he's at all teachable, that's the question. It's like, I don't know.
He started, right?
If he's that teachable. So, love the guy, but teachability is not high. Not high.
In Nigeria, maybe expand in Nigeria, because I think there's opportunity, right? Yeah. Okay.
But this is the thing, one of the craziest things about any business person is they see their country as the only country they do business in. They're not open to it. And any business that says they're doing great, I say, okay, fantastic. What's your strategy to open in India? And they look at me funny. We don't have a strategy to open in India. Okay, well then in 20 years, you're going to be in trouble, because you break the world down. The Americas are 1 billion people. Africa's 1 billion people. Europe's 1 billion people. Asia's 4 billion. That's now. Now, while the Chinese economy starts moving and the Indian economy starts moving and all of these things start happening, you got Indonesian economy, you got all of these massive population bases. They're moving from poverty into middle class. What does that mean? It means that this is the reason why steel companies and the owners, the Tatas, the infrastructure build in India right now is massive. This is a country where more than half the population is in the millennial generation and below. So you sit there and you start thinking, holy heck, where's India going to be in 20 years' time? And if you don't have a strategy to dominate in India now, you're going to be behind the 8 ball. I know, I was literally on a webinar to India night before last, a couple of thousand people that wanted to learn all these things. So you got to sit down and you got to start thinking about business globally. And that to me is one of the biggest things that I see in front of a lot of businesses. They don't think global.